J Moore, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. Appreciate every one of y'all for coming through. We're going to chop it up with a couple different topics for review tonight. First up is 50 Cent new show on Stars called FIGHTLAND. Episode 1 just dropped Friday, and we're going to break that down. And then also talk a little bit about Raising Kanan, the series finale, what to expect, as well as what happened that last episode with Kanan taking out Marvin. He said, Marvin, he tried to scoot back on the ground. That was my reenactment. Anyway, let's get into it, because truth be told, and y'all know all I do is keep it real. I just keep it a buck. FIGHTLAND is trash, at least episode 1. In my opinion, FIGHTLAND wasn't that good. Y'all let me know in the comments, what did you think about FIGHTLAND? I wasn't impressed. Don't get me wrong. It's got all the gloss, the glamour, and the glitter to make a show look great. Got the budget and all that. But the show, the plot, it sucks. And the truth be told, that's the key to every story, is the plot. If the plot doesn't draw you in, if the plot doesn't make sense, it doesn't matter if it's special effects or big budget or great looking cast or all this stuff, it's gonna suck. And this show sucks. And the reason I say it sucks, in my opinion, is the premise. So first of all, maybe if I didn't know anything about boxing, maybe I would probably like it a little bit, maybe. But, or if they would have put it maybe in the 80s, that's what they should have did. They should have made this being set in the 80s or the 70s. Because right now, in this day and age, so the show is basically this London-born based boxer. Okay, he's got a shady Don King type promoter, but he's just not a London-based boxer. He's the heavyweight champ. Okay, the heavyweight champ. Now, I don't care if you just get your first, you just became the heavyweight champ. You ain't had that many, defenses. You still have accumulated a certain amount of wealth in today's age where you should be better than where this guy ends up. And they don't explain it, and they don't even bring it up, and I'll show you what I mean. So anyway, you got this London-born based boxer. You got the Don King shady promoter. He's in a fight. He ends up knocking the dude out because it starts off at the fight. After the fight, we see him with this woo-wee sexual chocolate. Hey, they got a good-looking cast, but it takes more than that. But old girl, the woman that he was with, the black woman, I don't know if he white or what, but the black woman he was with, dark skin, boy, she was bad. And that just go to show it don't matter, at least to me, what color a person is. If you bad, you bad. Anyway, women, I don't know what the men, hey, I don't give a damn about the men. But anyway, so after the fight, in the fights in Vegas, after the fight, he meets up with Shorty in the hotel looking all sexy, this and that. He butt naked. She still got her panties and bra on. But anyway, we get the implication they've been messing around. And come to find out, she the boss's woman. And how you gonna be smashing the boss's woman after the fight and he didn't notice she was missing? Anyway, after the fight, after the smash, because he had to beat that up too. It was round two. It was the second fight. He beat that up. Then after that, they go down to the little party, and he don't have no woman, nobody there, nothing. At least to play it off, he got a brother, and I don't know. He kind of, they showing the boxer. He kind of, I don't know, a loner, I guess. And the brother seemed more excited about the win than he do. Anyway, come to find out, after the party, this and that, he's leaving. And when he's leaving, some dudes end up jumping him in the parking garage. This is in Vegas. It is a lot of cameras. And the reason I bring up a lot of cameras in Vegas, especially at casinos and hotels, there's a lot of cameras, even in the garages. But anyway, although I can't vouch for it, I've seen a lot of different things and saw that there's a lot of cameras, but I ain't never been to Vegas, so I can't say personally. But I have been to casinos, and hotels do always have a lot of cameras. Anyway, these two dudes jump him and smash his left hand, with a hammer. All right, they jump him, beat him, smash his hand with a hammer, and they say he is southpaw. I mean, the only way I know he is southpaw is one, they smashed his left hand, and two, you could hear 50 Cent rap about it, but they ain't really talked about it in the storyline. Anyway, he get his left hand smashed with a hammer. He getting beat up. His brother come out there, see it, help him out, fight, kick one of the dudes off. The other dude with the hammer whack him with the claw of the hammer in the throat. Straight up punching the jugular. Brother dying out in the damn parking garage, bleeding out. The dude run away. The one dude that the brother kicked, he kind of woozy. He just not getting up, trying to escape. You know what I'm saying? His brother bleeding out in the damn thing. So he get up, one hand bashed up. He chased down the dude that was left. And he beat the hell out of him at the front of the parking garage while people are videoing it. Now, we don't know, did he kill the guy? What happened? But next thing you know, 7.5 years later, this dude is in the pen. How did he go to the jail for 7.5 years for that? Like, that was self-defense. He's the damn heavyweight champ. He just got smashed. His brother just got killed, and you put him in jail for 7.5 years? He don't have no lawyer. He don't have no money. There's no video camera evidence or nothing. They just skip everything, go straight to he in jail for 7.5 years. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait. I couldn't even get into the story yet. How the hell is he in jail for 7.5 years? They could have had season 1 with him going back and forth to court and figuring this out. Anyway, next thing you know, you got some damn Mexican mafia. Let me tell you something. I know you want to talk about it. How you get your revenge, but you don't want revenge. You want redemption. I can help you get it English. I call it you English. You call it me Espanol. What the hell? Anyway, this little Mexican mafia ass dude basically make a deal to help him get out if he do a couple little thingy things so that he can take over the little, you know what I'm saying, London dope scene. You know, we're expanding. We're no longer going to take over Mexico and La Vega. We want to take over the world. We're going to have a little Mexico everywhere, senor. Let me tell you something, English. They won't even see it coming. It's a little 5'5" invasion. Anyway, you see a bunch of Mexicans walking around in London. They're going to be like, oh, hell no. Nah. There they go. Them. Get them. Book them. Book 'em, mate. Hey, look here, bruv. Book 'em. They're a bunch of little short little Mexicans. Little Mexicans, mate. Hey, mate. They're trying to take over our turf, mate. Hey, look here, bruv. We're going to pound them, and then we're going to make them build us a shed, bruv. Yeah, we're going to put them to work, bruv. Anyway. So they got this dude trying to take over the London dope scene. Come to find out, Don King moving dope. Why everybody? 50 Cent need a better imagination, man. Straight up. Why everybody got to be moving dope? This dude already a damn crooked boxing promoter making all this money, but now that ain't good enough. Underneath the surface, he the dope man. Just like Ghost and Power. And so they want to take over the dope game. He moved dope around in video games. Negro, please. You telling me they still playing video games all across London? Hey, where's the new Street Fighter? I heard Street Fighter 2 just came out, bruv. Let me get a new better Street Fighter. You have the new X-Men? You have Running Gun? I heard NBA Jam is the bee's knees. Ain't nobody buying all them damn vending machines. Then all you gotta do is open it up and it's just kilos and kilos of damn cocaine and they're like, oh, like really? Anyway, they could have just had people taking an Uber and dropping stuff off today. There's so much things going on today. You don't have to do it like that. But anyway. So Don King got a son, Don King Jr. And now after this dude get out of jail for 7.5 years, Don King is missing and Don King Jr. is running things with his sister. And you talk about corny. Damn, this show is corny. But what's even worse is this dude is broke. The damn star of the show. He was heavyweight champ, and they was making a big deal when he first won his fight in the beginning about how all the heavyweight champs was American and they gonna show how Londoners do it. That's not true. They left out Lennox Lewis, Tyson Fury, Klitschko, although he ain't a Londoner, he's a Russian. But it's been a lot of heavyweight champs that ain't American. Actually, damn near the majority of them ain't American. Anthony Joshua, in the last 20 years, 25 years, damn near, since 2000, it ain't really been a American heavyweight champ worth remembering. They all been foreigners. So damn near every champ of every damn division, other than like a Terrence Crawford or something, they've been a Mexican, a Puerto Rican, a Russian. They ain't been Americans. I guess Americans would rather go play basketball, football than boxing. Anyway, they made it seem like he was doing something new, which he wasn't. And why is he broke? Why is he broke? We don't know anything about it. Did he go broke with the lawyers? Was he already broke? I don't know what's going on. How did this? I just couldn't get into it because I just didn't know how the hell is he broke? Why is he doing this? Anyway, we see him all of a sudden working with the little Mexican mafia. He get a little package. Hey, Hans, it's time to go to work. Trabajando. Next thing you know, we see somebody robbing Don King Jr.'s supply with a little mask on, a tiger mask and a rabbit mask. They over here murking people. Dot, dot. Headshots. I'm like, dang, okay, what's going on with this? Next thing you know, they take the mask off. It's the damn ex-heavyweight champ. So he's ready to do all this. He's became a cold-blooded killer, assassin, robbing dope boys. He got automatic weapons, sliding, picking up the gun. What? But he don't want to get back in the ring. This and that. Man, this show is Wild Hunters, man. I can't get into Fightland. This show was boring, whack, goofy. The damn storyline was horrible. What heavyweight champ? Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins, a real person for those that don't know. Look him up. Still alive right now. Still alive. Bernard Hopkins went to jail for like a few years. I don't remember, so I don't want to say the exact number. I know it was a few years in his prime. Came back out. Went back to fighting. You know, had a career. I mean, maybe, you know, that ain't going to be the case, that he may go back fighting, but Bernard Hopkins didn't have as much money as him either. But at the same time, this don't make sense. This dude went to a life of crime in today's day and age. I just think he could have did so much more. He want revenge that bad on what happened. I mean, I get it. I would want revenge on what happened to my bruv. I need to know what happened to my bruv. But I don't know, man. This show crazy, boy. Crazier than a little bit. Ambi Bambi, what you know about them Wild Hunters, boy? Straight up. Let me get to some of these comments. Get y'all a couple of y'all new ones right here. Stephen Harris, what's good? Upon release, Duke discovered Kingsley Marshall orchestrated the entire setup. Yeah, that's another part. Duke discovered that Kingsley Marshall, see, he be using the real names. Don King wannabe. He realized that's who set him up. That's what made him want to do it. I kind of covered that part already, Steve. But yeah, he realized it, so he trying to get his revenge, redemption. And you know, I don't know, man. This show, the first episode didn't draw me in. I just can't get over the fact that he's the heavyweight champ, but he's broke and nobody recognizes him. In today's day, he could be on social media. He could be doing appearances. He could be a commentator. He could be on ESPN. He could do so many things. He could have so much going on. And he walking around with a busted ass zip up hoodie in dirty jeans. Nobody know who he is, really. And then when he was in the gym, he did take a little press from him when they saw him and they asked or whatever. But for the most part, they got this dude walking around like he unknown. But they showed that he should have heat, because when they asked the question, he took all the attention away from that press conference. But you know, the son, he got a little, you know, short man complex, so to speak, because he in his daddy's shadow, the daddy missing. I bet you come to find out the son may have something to do with it, of course, or you know, it's a plan. Nevertheless, it's corny. And you know, I don't know, man. They had him steal a little microphone from this bag and be able to listen. Nobody see his big ass doing all this. I don't know, man. This show just didn't do it for me, y'all. Let me get to some of these comments first in the building. My girl Ambi Bambi, what's good, mama? How you doing? Live from NYC. Rita Hayes, what's good, Rita? Let's see. Ambi, I missed you for the Raising Kanan recap. I had to work, but glad to catch you live this evening. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Glad to be caught. Glad to be caught. Who else? You say greetings. What's good, fam? What's good with you? Stephen Harris, what's up? Polite boxer. I'm late on the LOL, but I'm glad you enjoyed it at the time. You say that in the culture differences, it will probably get you by the second or third episode. Probably. I also gotta admit, I'm not a big fan of these. Hey, look here, bruv. We gotta do this, bruv. We gonna do. Hey, was this a setup? It's a trap, bruv. Oh no. Hey, we gotta do. I'm like, all right, it's time to change the channel. Who else? I haven't watched Fightland yet. I am still in shock about Marvin Thomas. I feel you, man. I feel you, man. Fightland you ain't missing nothing. I just watched it right before I went live, so I wanted to keep it fresh in my mind before I go live. And boy, you lucky I love y'all, man. Straight up. I love doing this and I love talking to y'all because truth be told, it definitely ain't for the money. And man, this show, I was not impressed. One Journey was good. That's why I had to throw in the Raising Kanan in the title. Because to be honest with you, I'm about to be done talking about Fightland. I'm about to go to the Moorescore on Fightland and let you know. Brandon Tony, you thought it was a fire episode? Brandon, I get it. It does have all the glitz and glamour. What blows it for me is I can't get over. That's like Lennox Lewis now becoming the shooter, and he broke and trying to do these things. I just don't get it. I don't know. If I wasn't a boxing fan, if I didn't know who Lennox Lewis was, maybe that would help. But it's messing with me and being immersed in the story. You know what I mean? I guess if I was a pilot and I'm watching the movie, what was it, Flight with Denzel, and he was flying upside down, maybe it would be hard for me to enjoy it because I know what it takes to do that and I wouldn't get into it. But me not being a pilot, I liked it because I didn't know what I didn't know. You know what I mean? Although I had a feeling it's probably fake. Amber, you say she remind me of the therapist that Uncle Marvin was crushing on. Yeah. Talking about a little section with chocolate over there. Steve, you say Drake. Duke, you mean. Duke seeks vengeance against his former promoter, Kingsley Marshall. He blamed for setting him up. Yep. Who else? You say, Jay, how about an adjustment through your live stream? What do you mean? How about an adjustment ran through your live stream? I don't know what you mean. Maybe I said something and I don't remember what I said. You know, I be talking, man. I don't know what I be saying. What you mean an adjustment? An adjustment? What's up, Miguel? ¿Qué pasa? And B say, hey, what's up, Miguel? Let's see. Rita, you say I don't understand why he went to jail for that either. See, that's another thing. Him being a heavyweight champ and then him going to jail for that ruins the rest of the story for me. I don't understand that. And they skipped it. And he went to jail for 7.5 years. Did the guy die? What happened? I don't know what happened. I don't get it. They messed up. You got to really nail a first episode, truth be told, unless you're trying to bank off of your previous work that your audience will give you leeway and a chance. But in art, I look at everything as it's standing on its own. And it don't matter what you did before or whatever, whether you a painter, a musician. If somebody drop a new album and it's trash, just like Andre 3000, how many of y'all went and bought that damn flute music or listened to it? But if it was a new Outkast album, I bet it would have been bumping. You know what I'm saying? You can't always, you know, bank on your previous audience always supporting new things, your new work, especially if you're going in a different direction. And although this is a drug dealer show, so it's kind of still 50 Cent's wheelhouse, I think this is different because 50 Cent, although he kind of got in the boxing world a little bit when he was friends with Mayweather and stuff, and so I guess he trying to combine that little bit of experience with the drug life and probably trying to say they could have did this or that or da. But it's just not realistic to me. It's not realistic, bro. I mean, why would Don King move all those kilos and risk going to get knocked up, bro? It just doesn't make any sense. It's completely insane, bro. It's ludicrous. It's completely ludicrous. Miguel, wow, an ad really in split screen with Jay. What? They running ads live on here? I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm glad they didn't stop you at least. You know what I mean? Sometimes you be watching the show and then it stops the show and then goes to an ad. I hate that. But I don't even manage the ads on my channel or even go in there at all anymore. I haven't gone and managed the ads on my channel in a couple years now, actually. Believe it or not. I just put it on auto and it's whatever. That's all I do, man. I didn't gave up on doing so many little technical things on YouTube that you know, I just put it on auto. But the reason I even do that is because I still got to pay for stuff like the StreamYard stuff, you know what I mean? Anyway, Rita, you say he can't fight anymore. His hands gone. Are they? I mean, I don't think so. He got it smashed with a hammer. I mean, it ain't like it got sawed off. And the reason I say that is because I know you may not be a boxing fan. I am a boxing fan. I'm not gonna say I'm a extreme boxing fan, but my toes, I got a few toes in the water in the boxing world. Nevertheless, it's a amazing boxer, young, similar age to this dude, old Dookie, and his name is Errol Spence Jr. Well, y'all can Google Errol Spence Jr. car crash. It's on video. He was in a red Ferrari. I think it was red. Anyway, he wasn't wearing his seatbelt and it crashed. And this is on like some security camera or something. You can see what happened. But he flew out the car. You could see him like fly out the car. The car flipped over. He flew out the car. And man, he was messed up bad. Which, you know, side note, these type of things, man, who knows how life is, but I see stuff like that. And then he recovered and then later was boxing. He got his ass whooped, but nevertheless, he was boxing. He was fighting Terrence Crawford, who is one of the greatest of all time. He's underrated, and I think he was going to lose whether he flew out that car or not. But I see people do things like that and fly out the car, and here I am with my accident. Anyway, point is, if you could fly out the car, and I mean, he was messed up in the hospital, head swole, eyes. People said he'll never box again. It looked that bad, and he's come back and boxed. So he could have boxed. Plus, your hand is in the glove. Anyway, CR, you say, bruv, I ever have to face run from a former heavyweight champion. I'll also be a damn tackle shooter. I'm just gonna walk into a river and let it go, bruv. What the F, bruv? Where's this show? Ignore all books and knowledge, bruv. Ignore it all, bruv. This show said, we're going to turn him into a bum, but we ain't showing you shit about how that happened. It really doesn't make sense, bruv. The sun, aka Tariq. Come on, Fatty. Not again. We already got Kanan going crazy out here. Now we got another son. Hey, 50. You really are upset at your parents, aren't you? You really want to get a revenge on your mums. Or mum's the word, isn't it, 50? You want to get revenge on Pops? You want to take out Papa? Let's see. Because Errol came back to fight like he was involved in the car crash. Well, like I say, Terrence Crawford was going to whoop that ass no matter what. Stephen Harris, Bernard Hopkins was sentenced to 18 years in Pennsylvania Graterford prison for 9 felony involving violent street crimes. He served nearly 5 years before being released in 88. I'm about to say he ain't do no 18. He did 5. Okay. So he did 5 years. That's damn near 7. He came back and became champ. Hopkins. Read it. Nobody was checking for him when he was locked up, so anyone could have robbed him. Why was nobody checking for him? And also, when you locked up, can't you still manage your bank account or no? Hey, I had to admit, I ain't did no time, so I don't know. But I would like to think that you can manage your bank account. You may not have a phone and the app. You might though, because it's all kind of people in the pen that got phones in there. He the damn heavyweight champ. You telling me nobody gonna let him use the phone? Mike Tyson was getting help. Miguel finally watched Mortal Kombat 2. You seen it, Jay? Was okay. I actually just watched Mortal Kombat a few days ago myself, part 2. It was better than I thought it was gonna be. Johnny Cage ass. I like Keith Urban. I mean, what is his name? Urban, however, whatever the name is, his name. He's a good actor. I like him. But Mortal Kombat 2 was pretty good. They killed off a bunch of people. I was like, no. Steve and Marvin death shocked all of us. It didn't shock me. Don't be speaking for me. Nah, I'm just playing. Yeah, that was messed up. I think they know how to ruin a character, don't they? Like, who the hell won't give a damn about Kanan now? Miguel, you say, yeah, F Kanan for Marvin, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, same thing what they did with Tariq. You know what I'm saying? Who else they didn't ruin? They just ruined characters. See, all right, it looks good but ignoring that much boxing history is crazy because they mentioned other people just to say it's not just Americans was made to seem anti-American for no reason. Anti-American. I ain't think about it that far, but I thought it was anti-boxing knowledge. I thought that was goofy. You say skipping 8 years in your pilot episode was insane. I definitely agree to that. See, this is the thing though, Teflon Twan. I've heard this before, and you could possibly be right if it was a different scenario. Teflon Twan, shout out to Teflon Twan in the comments. This is a good point, and we have heard this before, a lot of people, but it said he went to jail because his hands were a weapon, which it can be this way in court that if you are trained to really be dangerous with your hands, whether it's karate or boxing, whatever, like really serious, you could really hurt people. And then you get into a fight and you bust somebody up or you kill them. You could technically be held responsible to a certain degree more than if it was just some dude on the street that did the same thing, because they would say, you have training. You're more dangerous than the other person. You should have known better, shown restraint. After this amount, that amount, you could have stopped. All of this is true. Great point, Teflon. But here's the problem with it, is that you could throw in the self-defense aspect. Now, you could say maybe it wasn't self-defense because the dude was running away from him. He chased him. These are all episodes they could have had, in my opinion. Anyway, you could say he was running from him. He chased him down. If he was running from you, you're no longer a threat. He could have said, I was trying to chase him so he didn't get away. He then tried to fight me. That's why you got to have lawyers. He got good money. He could have had lawyers, you know what I'm saying? And they could have, you just killed his brother with a hammer. Like, what? You ain't Bob the Builder in this mud. I'm about to beat that ass, you know what I'm saying? And he could have, and then we don't know if the dude died. Did the dude die? Like, he punches dudes all the time and they don't die. Now, we could say they train boxers and this and that, which is a good point. But we don't know what the hell happened, which is another problem in the plot, in my opinion. They didn't tell us what happened. Did he die? Is he dead? How many of y'all know what that is? Is he dead? What you mean is he dead? He got his fucking brains hanging out the back end. What you talking about? Is he dead? Is he dead? What you mean? He just busted sent to the white meat. All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and move on. Hey, Abby, I got YouTube Premium also, and to be honest, I don't know how the hell I got it. I think it's because I got Gemini, because I pay for Google Gemini and I get YouTube Premium with that. If I'm correct, because all of a sudden, it's been about a year now, but I started having YouTube Premium and commercials stopped. I was like, what the hell? Because when you go on, I mostly watch YouTube at home on my TV. I don't really watch YouTube on my phone, because if I'm out somewhere, I'm really busy. I don't really have time to watch stuff on my phone. I don't really watch things on my phone when I'm out and about. And so I only really, if I'm at home, and if I'm at home, why I'm gonna watch something on this little ass phone when I can be watching it on TV? I'm gonna sit here watching this, and I could just look up and watch the real thing. So anyway, I noticed on the TV it said that somebody said ad count 3. Hey man, if y'all are tripping on the ads, but you all don't support any other way, you should be happy. You could be like, hey, look, man, I don't necessarily support you financially, but I watch them whack ass ads, you know what I'm saying? Nah. Anyway, let's get to the Moorescore and move on from Fightland, because I'm going to tell you what, man, truth be told, I do this because I enjoy it. I like talking with y'all, and the way I got it now and doing everything is great. It don't feel like a job. I watch shows that I enjoy and would be watching anyway. But Fightland, that's going to feel like a job straight up. If I got to review that show, that's going to be hard, man. That's going to be hard. And y'all might, if you enjoy it, you may not want to hear what I'm going to say, because it don't make sense. Anyway, let's get to the Moorescore and break it on down. All right. Just took a little bit of agua. The Moorescore is my rating system, as y'all know. Real simple, 4 categories, 25 points each is the max. Let's get into it. Visuals and cinematography. I gotta be honest, they put some money behind this production. Great visuals, great cameras, modern, the Vegas, everything, the set, the way the people look, all that, great. But that ain't everything. You know what I'm saying? You can have the glitz and the glamour, but does that do it all? And with that, I'm gonna give it on a top score of a 25. I'm gonna give it a 20, a 22 actually. Well, I'm gonna give it a 21 because although it had all the glitz and glamour and things, it didn't really have a scene that really stood out. The fight with the brother and all of that was good, but it didn't seem that unique and crazy. Number 2, storyline and plot. Sad to say, this is going to be one of the worst ratings for a storyline and plot that I've done in recent memory. And I've done a lot of Moorescores on a lot of episodes and movies, and I will say that this plot is horrible. If you are the heavyweight champ, first of all, do you know how many fights it takes to get to be the heavyweight champ? Not a shot at the title. He is the champ. We don't know how long he been the champ, how many title defenses, but let's say, I don't know, it took him at least 20 fights. At least Mike Tyson took 20 fights and he was the youngest and one of the fastest. So let's say it took him 20 fights. By the time he done took 20 fights in today's day and age, he's got a couple M's. You know what I'm saying? He got a couple M's in the bank account. M's in the bank. He should have been sitting like this. You know what I'm saying? Let me show y'all. He should have been like this. Like, M's in the bank account. M's in the bank account. What? Except these are ones. Make $500 look good, don't it? But anyway, he should have had some money, not be broke, not locked up. We don't know what happened with the court. They left too many plot holes in the show, in my opinion, for it to make sense. And with that being said, I got to break it down. I'm going to give it on a scale of a 25 top for the plot. I'm going to give it a, I'm going to give it a 10, y'all. I'm going to give it a 10 because it's so many things don't make sense to me. Like, his brother was murked. Like, they don't have any, we don't know what happened with that. What was the court with that? He don't have no leeway with that. Self-defense, nothing. And then the dude is missing, but they made sure that he was getting his hand smashed for sleeping with his old lady. But then she come to see him while he at the gym, and what, the son and daughter don't know what happened? They know what happened. They know she was smashing and this and that. And this. I mean, I don't know. Now he's an assassin because the Mexican mafia told him so. We're gonna help you get redemption, senor. I know you wanna talk about it. We're gonna have you do it. I give you my chica. I give you the machine gun. You go and you take it the dog. And then you know, I control it the whole pie. Come on, man. No. So I'm gonna give it a 10, man. Special effect, makeup, costumes. Yeah, they had the good, special effect to a certain extent and all that. But as far as the blood squirting out his brother's neck, but was that really that impressive? Yeah, they had great location and everybody looked good as far as in the costume and all of that. But in the end, it really wasn't that much special effect, makeup, costume going on. I'm gonna give it a 20. And last but not least, the enjoyment factor. And I'm going to say the enjoyment factor and entertainment factor for me was very low because I just couldn't. I just kept having these questions and it didn't make sense. I'm thinking, how could Lennox Lewis end up doing this? Anyway, I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it about a 15. Man, it was hard for me to watch this. I almost changed the channel a couple of times, but I know I had to at least do episode 1 review. Overall, it come up to a 66 on the Moorescore as a total. One of the lowest rated episodes I done had. And I don't know, man. Who else you say when I pulled the stack to your ear and ad ran playing Kale's I'm Bossy song? That's that AI right there, boy. They like, oh yeah, he bossy. I'm bossy. See a one hit wonder. But she done moved to Africa and is a chef. I hear that. I wish these was all hundreds. I might be doing something. Now this right here is $500 roughly. 527. Look good though. That's another thing. Like people got to be careful what they be seeing on these TV and Instagram and stuff. People putting and holding them stacks up and all that. It could be a bunch of ones in the between it, or it's some fake money out there that you can buy and it looks real. But if you have it in your hand, you'll see it's not real. But if you playing with it on the screen or on video, it looks real. You can't tell the difference, which is what they use a lot of times when we be seeing them like have a briefcase full of money on these shows and doing that. It's that money, that fake money that looks real. But if you had it in your hand, you can see it's fake. And then it reads something a little different on it. Like if you got up close and read it, you could see it. But on camera, you can't read it. Like you can't read it certain distance away. Anyway. All right, y'all. Time to move on. Let's talk about raising Kanan, what to expect, what's happened already. We just talk about the show for a bit. I'm gonna put the link in the description if anybody want to come up and talk. I already talked a little bit longer about this damn show than I wanted to. And Christian, you say 50 Cent to make a Barney episode and have him sell crack. That's another thing. I mean, okay, cocaine ain't gone. So anybody that say cocaine ain't what it was, that's not true. Because it's still cartel. Well, how can it be a cartel if they don't have customers? So yeah, they sell more than cocaine, but cocaine is still being sold. That's true. But I don't know, man. The way he kind of still do it 80s style, I don't think it's still going that way. And crack, from what I've heard, again, what I've heard, I don't even know what people be doing like that. But I've heard fentanyl has kind of replaced people using crack for the most part because it's a lot cheaper and things, so, and a lot more available. So fentanyl messed the game up for a lot of people. Plus, you can die. You know, a lot of crackheads, they live forever. No, I'm just Marvin the Spirit coming down from coming up from below.
So man,
What's up, man? You sad you coming up from below instead of coming down from above?
no, I was checking on the baby. I was being quiet, checking on the baby in the room.
Got my man Damian Kenny in the building. What's up, Damian?
Hey, how y'all doing?
All right, all right.
So,
What's good with you? And then we got, last but not least, Stephen Harris. What's up, Steve?
What's up? So I'm in my
oh
feelings
shit,
already too.
he went right in.
You in your feelings already? What you in your feelings for now? What happened?
I mean, over Marvin though getting killed in a church house by Kane. That really
Marvin,
pissed me off.
We didn't even get a
Marvin,
question yet.
I know Marvin got shot. Eh, 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 eh. He tried to call. Eh. All right. So, boy,
How
you
we want to
funny.
do this?
Well, what you want to talk about? Fightland? Let me see. What you think about Fightland before we move on?
Oh no. I meant like I meant because there's a lot of us, so I wanted to.
No,
I
you
guess.
could go
Oh,
ahead.
okay.
Go first, man. What you think about Fightland? Then we go to
So if
even
we're gonna
better.
do Fightland, I would say
We ain't gonna be on
obviously
Fightland long now.
no. Yeah, I'm saying if you want to, but so I would say yes, it looks good, but it looks like almost too done up for the world that you're saying that it is. I definitely agree. Um, you you can't just not tell me anything. You can't just skip 8 years because it was 7.5 and then eight and then half a year after that or something like that.
Right.
Um, yeah, the whole history of boxing, that being that just made it weird.
What you think about the heavyweight champ being broke and having to sell drugs?
Again, that's the thing. You have to tell me. You can't just not tell me why.
Right. Even if that happened, I still don't get it because he, with the fame and his position, and he ain't that old, he can still do things. You know what I mean? He don't have to do that. But
Yeah, he don't have to go there to. He also don't have to randomly be letting this dude treat him like shit. Talking about he gonna let him hold the bucket, the spit bucket. Like I'm like, bro, that's a
yeah,
fucking former champion. He's like former. Like I'm like, you shouldn't even have to go through this.
I know, right? Hey, Steve, what you think about Fightland?
I enjoyed Fight Love. Like it was good. I enjoyed the action in the ring. I enjoyed dude and beating up that man in prison. And he bad near killed him.
In prison? Hey, man. What you know? You like boxing? You know about boxing?
Oh yeah, I like boxing because I used to watch boxing when they had Evander Holyfield, Bernard Hopkins, and Ricky White.
Hawkins.
Winky, right? He
Damn, that's
retired.
the two people that beat Trinidad, man. I don't want to hear none of those names. Or
Ah,
Roy Jones. That's the three
Tito
that beat him.
Trinidad.
Yep.
He shouldn't have won when he beat what you call it though. What
De
De
La
La
Hoya?
Hoya? Yeah,
Yeah.
that
That
was a
was my
close.
godmother's nephew, Trinidad.
Oh yeah, Tito
Yep,
Trinidad. That was
like
his
Muhammad
biggest
Ali.
win though. He never really had a bigger significant win after
Yeah.
that though.
I've been to his house. I've
Oh, I'm
been with
sure.
his family and
Yeah,
everything.
I'm
He's
sure.
from where I'm from in Puerto Rico.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure it was nice. I'm sure he the king of Puerto Rico.
him
Yeah,
and
I'm
him and
sure.
Kodo. Him and Kodo.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, but but yeah, shout out to Ambi Bambi with that gangster lean, with that gangster lean. What you know about that,
Yeah,
girl? I
I
ain't heard that in forever. Damian Kenny, what you think about Fightland?
haven't watched it.
Huh? Oh,
I
you ain't
like
watched it. Oh yeah, that's right. You said you still toe up over Marvin. So with that being said, then we'll go ahead and get into raising Kanan. What you think about Marvin getting shot by Kanan and how everything is turning out? What's up? What's on your mind?
man, it's just cold blooded. Marvin knew he was gonna get taken out. He just didn't know the way he was gonna get taken out.
He definitely didn't expect it. He thought Kanan was gonna rob the church before he'd kill him. He's like, man, you gonna rob the church? He's like, oh, you coming to get me after I busted you up? Like, soon as I saw him pull that strap, I wouldn't have thought he gonna rob no damn church. But Marvin, he just didn't see it coming, which he shouldn't have seen it coming because it shouldn't have happened. This is like they have used this line a lot in all their shows, you know. But anyway, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Rock because she ain't got no help. She all by herself, no work. She ain't gonna be able to pay security, but so much. They ready to die for her. I don't know. She in trouble. She might try to burn everything down on the way out. But if she was smart, she better pull a unique and get her ass the hell out of town, go to Jamaica or something.
But you know, that's how Marvin put in work for Stefano. He took care of Sal outside of the church. I think they was
As
at
the postman.
I think that was at that it could have been at that same church, I don't know. But it was at that grandchild's christening. And Marvin came up and got him on the steps.
As the mailman. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just
So
anybody,
that's karma is what you're saying, huh? You took somebody out of church, you can get took out of church too, huh?
I
Or you
guess,
saying they using the same set
I
species?
guess. I'm saying what I can't remember is why is Stefano against them?
Rock, didn't she mess up or get him in trouble or screw up the money or something? I forgot what it is, but she did or didn't do.
I didn't even think it was something about money because the way he's hunting her is like it's personal. So I don't know what's going on. But
She wouldn't give me a piece of that chocolate.
if you know what I'm saying, she went and loaned money from him, he put a vig on it, she paid it.
I know you be remembering a lot more of these details than I do, so
I
I'm guessing that
don't
I'm
know
gonna take your word for it that it ain't no real reason that he should be coming for her like that.
I don't
But
know what it is. Cause
I thought it was something I remember though
but
that
yeah,
they were mad about it.
too, but I don't remember where their beef came from. The
If
vig,
anybody remember why Stefano is mad at Rock, let me know in the comments whether it's live or on the replay. Uh, Christian, you know why? Steve, you know why?
No, I don't.
Damn, that's a good
Uh,
point. Everybody know
uh,
why.
I mean, Stefano, though he been wanted Rock out the way ever since season 3.
but
Yeah,
But
but why
why?
though? We're
We
saying
talking about
why.
what's the reason though.
I mean, dude, I don't understand Stefano because he act like Rock done took his bicycle from him.
So you
Hey,
don't
shout
know?
out
I
to
got you,
Lenny.
Jay.
I know, right? Shout out to Lenny. Stefano extra mad now because he did find out about them Tennessee dudes.
yeah,
He
but
did say she tried to kill me. He was mad and wanted her out before. That's true.
hmm
But
yeah,
now he extra mad about the Tennessee dudes. But he
but
did want her gone before that, though.
yeah, he been plotting on her. Why is he plotting on her? The whole reason he hired her in the first place is because it became more than business because he wanted to move Sal out the way. He himself couldn't do anything to Sal because the other bosses would get mad. So he outsourced that to her. So
Yeah.
what's she gonna do to hurt him? They won't talk to her. Well, he had me eliminate Sal. They'll laugh it off. But why is he mad with her? Why does he want her out the way? She don't even have territory. He's got territory. He's the connect.
Marvin killed the wrong guy or some shit.
And Marvin
Yeah.
had unalive Sal.
He was supposed.
No,
Somebody,
the young guy he killed in the
did,
house.
Oh
Miguel
yeah,
say unless
yeah.
it's because of Marvin killing a mobster.
Now,
Didn't he
now
tell Marvin to kill the mobster though?
I remember. It was Tony.
Tony Deep.
Oh
Tony.
yeah, his family member or something, right?
Yeah,
That young boy.
Marvin supposed to get rid of her, or even Marvin wanted to get rid of her, and he asked Sal to do it. Sal sent his nephews, you know what I'm saying, and they did it, but they left all kind of evidence and stuff, and one of them got hit.
Kill the other guy too.
Yeah, so he's mad with Marvin. But that's his people not knowing how to do business. That's Sal messing up. Why is he mad with them? Because he messed up.
Yeah, that's a good point. But you know, them type of people, they ain't gonna take their responsibility. You know what I'm saying? They gonna say it's somebody else.
Because
But
they outsource and then outsource after that.
exactly,
But
exactly,
I'm
and that's
saying you
where
got
they can so-called isolate themselves if it go bad, then saying that I didn't do that. That was such and such, or they did it wrong, or da 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 da. But
Hmm.
they don't. Yeah, they don't do it themselves. They ready to punish everybody.
the reason is whack. It's so whack. Not even his own people are doing efficient business like Rock them were doing. But he's upset because his own people messed up a hit. But yet and still he's getting everything he wants. He moved Sal out the way. He moved the other dude that stabbed him out the way. And can't nobody can it
Yeah.
get
Yeah, I mean, it's only down to them two. But oh boy left Rock on her own now. What's his name? That was working with Rock, the
a feast,
mobster?
a feast or Pinot? Well,
Pino. He
okay.
left Rock alone now because she ain't got no work and can't really do nothing for him. So now Sal can have free reign on her because the only reason he was kind of doing all that, you know, outsourcing and
Tiptoeing.
circumvent, yeah, is because of Sal. But now he can go straight at her. So I think she in bigger trouble now with Stefano. But we'll see. And I don't think Sal and Stefano beef will probably continue, at least not in this last episode.
Sal's dead. It's Pinot
I
instead.
mean Pino, yeah, Pino. And now that Marvin is dead, once they find that out, oh, it's open season on Rock. They know she just by herself with some hired
Hmm.
help at the end of the day that ain't worth a damn. So without
Yep.
Marvin,
That's
because
my that's
she
one of my
just
main problems with not just drug dealer shows in general, but this one for sure. They only get like, like 7 people every time they want to have a scene where they need people with them
Mhm.
because they want to do a job or something. And then those people disappear. So then we always assume that they got mad people, but we never see them. Kanan has more people than we ever see Raquel with. So then
Yeah,
now we just assume her only guy, her only human she had was Marvin, which doesn't make sense because if
somebody
you're
making a lot of
somehow have
noise.
an empire, I don't see how that works. You're just walking around by yourself. How
No,
much
see,
muscle can Marvin have been?
they don't show their NPCs.
I know that's what I'm saying. Until
Yeah,
unless they have an episode where they want to. I've never
right.
liked that.
They had one episode where we kind of got to see it, and that's when they showed them like in the projects moving, and then they had Marvin with the
Yeah,
machine gun and
that's
all that.
exactly how it is every time. Yeah, when you
Exactly.
have a shootout, which they all basically die except for our main people we follow, and then or we have like Marvin running away, which was weird to see, and then you have episodes where you're moving the drugs. You get to see um like the network and everything. That's the
Uh,
only times you ever see other people.
yeah,
I don't
they
really
should have
like that.
showed a little more of they network by that. The show's over now. We don't know how many people work for them and how big their empire really
Yeah,
was.
like she shouldn't even make it to the next. She shouldn't even make it the first 3 minutes of the next episode. If you're telling me she's by herself,
But
Yeah,
still, I
look
don't
what they
think Rock.
did to her before when they came for her when she was by herself. Unique had to save her ass. That's what should
Mhm,
happen again.
yeah. See, I don't think Rock ever had that kind of big network where she had hitters. She had folks she could go to. She could go to the Connect and ask to pull some hitters from them. But I don't think she had that network like that.
Not no professional hitters.
Mm-mm. I
That's
don't
why
just think she had
they're
folks.
white boys from Tennessee.
exactly.
Yeah, I don't even think she had folks supervising them like that. All she had was Lulu and Marvin. They were the supervisors. They
Ah,
supervised the street corners.
well, the truth be told, if they was really trying to keep it real, then they would have had neighborhood dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Working
yeah,
there.
that was
Yeah, like
scrap. That was scrap. That was scrap. And
yeah,
because of how was scrap got killed, and that threw
yeah,
Marvin off. That threw Marvin off.
right.
Not
But
Marvin,
I'm
but
saying
Lou.
like just moving their day to day work because Rock ain't selling dime
Yeah,
bags.
that was Strap. Strap was
You
the
about to be.
supervisor.
I know. Actually, they showed that she wasn't doing it that way. She had to use Flossie to move because she ain't had no more corners and no more dudes. None of the hood dudes work for her. They all work for Breeze.
Hmm.
So she don't have no more regular hood dudes and that project stuff no more. All
But
they
it's
had was Flossie, and without Flossie, they got dope, but they ain't got no way to move it. Nobody to sell it, no customers or nobody to move it
yeah,
because they was using the girls to move it, and they was using the girls' customers as to sell it. I mean, to sell it as they customers. So
fine.
without them, they ain't got nothing.
Yeah. But see, a lot of things is pivotal. It's pivotal on those depths. Scraps death threw off Lulu, and Lulu didn't too much like killing G Wiz either.
That really messed him up, though. That G Wiz, that really messed him up. D Wiz or G Wiz? D
G
Wiz.
Wiz,
D
D
is
Wiz.
Delta.
D Wiz.
D Wiz.
Yeah.
Okay, D Wiz. I thought it was G Wiz. But
But
yeah,
yeah, when he took him out, that messed with him for a minute. It kind of made him. It started the spiral of him wanting to get out and getting drunk and all of that, and yeah, it started a downward spiral for him. Even though it was in the first season, but it showed he was dealing with that after the shooting of that. So
and then like I can't really blame Brock because she wanted to keep him out the game and he wanted to get in. But him being a child, he didn't know what came with it. The things he had to do to protect him, he couldn't deal with that.
who you talking about, Kanan?
And
Oh,
he couldn't deal with the things that came with the game. He had to adapt, and him adapting turned him into a sociopath.
I mean, I wouldn't say he couldn't deal with it. He kind of wanted this life. Now you may not know what you was asking for.
He wasn't
You know,
mature enough.
he'd say, "Give me a piece of that they see you eating," and then you give them a piece, and then there's some hot wings or something, and they mouth burnt. And I'm like, "Why you do that?" Well, you asked for it. Sometimes you don't know what you asked for. He asked for this life, but you know,
I
he don't
think
really know what he was asking for. At a certain point, you're right. He kind of, with having a mother like Rock, you kind of steered in that direction against your will.
But she
But
did everything she could to isolate him. She wanted him to go to school. She sent him
exactly.
out of town.
And that's why I say he chose this life
Yeah, yeah.
because he could have actually had a different outcome if he would have just went to school like she was trying to do. And truth be told, the story of like a dope person like Rock, you know what I'm saying, a mid-level dope person, and they kids having a good life and not being involved in that actually happens more than the kids following behind. At
Yeah.
least it's even, thing. Because growing up, I knew people who parents was doing some stuff and they wasn't, but we
And
were
shoot,
teenagers.
Kanan, Kanan could have been a different kind of utility, man. Kanan could have been, he could have got his education. He could have been washing their money. He could have been washing their money. Made sure they were tired.
He could have had nothing to do with them.
yeah. Watching the money should be a part of
That's what
it.
you mean there. Why should they? He could have had nothing to do with their ass. That was the goal. Don't have nothing to do with us except for Thanksgiving and Christmas,
I
and
think it's
birthday.
more. I think it's more simple. I think he's just a teenager that thinks that he's thinking like he's an adult too. He doesn't understand that he's always being protected. So he always thinking I can get more responsibility because look, I must be doing something right. He didn't because he's not like he's watching the show. He doesn't understand that he's being protected. That other people are getting killed to stop him from finding out stuff and all that stuff happening. He just learned from his mom how to lie and how people lie, how to read it by knowing when she's already lying about something or manipulating. So I think it's more of just him just being a teenager, not making an excuse. Um,
And
Yeah,
even with that, Snaps and Pops wanted him to kill his mother. That's the
which
one
he
person.
end up,
As much as he say he's angry with her, he upset with her. He can't pull the trigger on her. That's why he went after Marvin.
doing for no reason because now they gone. So he
Yeah,
didn't have to even take out Marvin. Truth be told,
but he wasn't gonna take his mother out. He wasn't gonna
I'm
do that.
saying he didn't have to do neither one
yeah, we don't know yet.
because Snaps and Pops was the ones that said take out Marvin and your mama. If Snaps and Pops is gone, well, you ain't got to do neither one now. Not to say your beef goes away, but
I
you
think
don't have to escalate it to taking them out the game of life. You know what I'm saying?
I think he did that just to force his mother out. Either way, I think if you're gonna do that to force his mother out, so he ain't have to compete with her,
I mean,
or he ain't have to worry about the things associated with her. He could be on his own.
I think
I
it's
don't want to
so.
a
Oh,
boss.
go ahead.
you know,
boss.
real quick, I'll just say I look at this era now, the crack era, as like the prohibition. This is probably how the prohibition era was with Capone and the Kennedys and all them making all that money during that time. Except the films is just different in the the clothes and the game. Except and then also they got to keep a lot of their stuff. Some of them that made it, and a lot of these people didn't. They got villainized, but anyway, not to say that it was a good thing either one, but illegal things makes things worse. I don't know about drugs, if crack or cocaine or heroin should be legal, but if it was, or even fentanyl, we probably wouldn't have some things like some of the crime that we have or overdoses and things. But then again, you don't want people to go and do that. But also, like, liquor is legal and cigarettes. That don't mean everybody drinks and smokes. You know what I'm saying? So just because something is legal doesn't mean everybody gonna get it. But
Yeah,
I don't know. It's complicated. It's tricky. You know,
so
most,
okay, I
most of
think.
human
Oh,
civilization stuff was illegal. Period. But go ahead.
so I'm trying not to make it sound corny, but okay, so it's 48 episodes, right? So
Yeah.
let's just say that because it is Kanan, and he did base a lot of his thinking on 48 Laws of Power. And 50 Cent obviously has involvement in that. It's 48 episodes, right? So let's just say
Oh, I
that,
didn't know that.
yeah, let's just say that to end this, right? The logic is 48 episodes. He has been raised now, right? Obviously, towards the end of the 48th one. And then we could just say that part of the fact that he knows that to fully grow up and evolve, he needs to not have a crutch. His mom is his crutch. So his mom is always going to find a way to do something to be able to help him, to keep him alive and all that. And also because for us, he just cannot die. But for them, I think they have to justify like in world or whatever. So I think for him, he would kind of let her know, I got this now, whatever, whatever. I got everything you taught me, whatever you want to say. I know it sounds corny, but it's a show, so they got to give some kind of symbolism. And
Nah, I
then,
think you over here trying to get smart, breaking it on down over here, boy. Look at you, the 48 Laws of Power, 48 episodes. This is the series Power. Now he's in full power mode. Now he's been raised. He's showing that he's now in his full power. He's completed all the steps,
I mean, think about, okay, Jukebox
graduated.
got shot by Kanan, 3 shots, and the same as Marvin, 3 shots in the chest, 3 shots to Jukebox. So a lot of the stuff they do,
Man, you be
it,
watching other people's breaking this down. You don't
no,
remember.
that's me, dude.
You remember Jukebox got shot 3 times.
Yes, I'm the one that told you that power ended on episode 610, which was the address to truth. I guarantee you, you won't find that shit anywhere.
I don't remember you saying that, but that
Yeah,
is kind of coincidental. It ended on the same match. I wonder what's the point of that. So it was what they ended on truth.
like the light. Remember the lights flicker off? Like they turn off his lights, and he was the guy that turned off the lights at the club. It was
I
like a thing that he
remember
said.
that.
He
Yeah.
said you got something about being the guy that turned off the lights, some shit like that. So they do use symbolism. It's not just always like, shooting and shit. But
Oh
that's what I
yeah.
was thinking. Because now, sure, you
Lenny
could
say
just,
you got them conspiracy theories 101 in this mother.
nah, I don't even believe in that. I don't
Nah,
follow that.
I believe in conspiracy
I
theories.
know, I know. That's why usually you lose me. I'm like, I don't know what to say to that one. I haven't heard
Hey
that one.
man, because it's real. Look,
Yeah.
not to get sidetracked, but a conspiracy is what? 2 or more people getting together and making a plan. And
Yeah. And if I'm
yeah,
listening, you lost one.
all right, go ahead, man.
Oh, no, no, no. That's it. I don't want to take over and shit.
That was all I was gonna say about the conspiracy anyway. Lenny said, snaps and pops, deaded breeze. What? Deaded breeze before Juke took them out. So
Oh, he
Kanan.
like cut them off. Yeah, they like fired him and shit.
Oh,
Cut
yeah.
him off.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So Kanan gonna protect Rock in the long run. Lenny must be from New York. Hey, look, they deaded Breeze, son. They deaded him, son. He ain't got no more work, son. They cut that water off, son. You heard me? I gotta get, in tune. But that is a good point, but nobody knows that other than Breeze. Because they gone.
Yeah, that doesn't go to the news. They're like, oh, he fired Breeze.
Ah, they were killed right after they fired their number 1 employee.
Yeah,
Now,
like that.
back to
But
you.
I was thinking that Kanan and Breeze was gonna turn on them anyway. Whatever they whatever they did to Rock and Marvin and the family, they was gonna turn on them next to move them out the way.
Yeah, but so that's what I thought, that the point was that Kanan is the one that told Jukebox how to get them so that he can get to Marvin while distracting Jukebox, giving her what she wanted.
Shout out to Shaolin Island. Shaolin, son. Wu Tang.
Yeah, you know what I hate though?
What's up?
Absolutely hate in these types of shows when you have always shown me every single time you show me these characters, they have hella people with them. So I knew they were going to die, but just based on that like mistake or whatever. Why are you
Which
wearing
one
these
you talking
expensive ass
about?
clothes and you just walking around? You got nobody with you, and then the next day, broad daylight, you're walking through some tunnel, which in every movie that has any crime, somebody gets raped, killed, stomped on, something.
You saying they always have a bunch of people with them, and now they alone.
Yeah,
That shows it's about to be a problem because they're never alone. We never seen, and you talking about snaps and pops for everybody that's watching. If you didn't know,
yeah,
we never seen them alone. Now all of a sudden they wearing full length fur coats, walking through Central Park by themselves, meeting with Breeze. That is, I thought something was gonna happen too. To be honest, I
yeah,
was thinking it, and they guards wasn't like standing 5 or 10 feet away. They was just
yeah.
completely gone. Yeah,
I think you can still, you can still kill them and get a drop on them, but don't just have nobody. That just looks like you didn't know how to figure it out as a writer, and you were like, let's just have everybody have a day off, and we can kill them that way. It just looks weird.
yeah. See, they could at least have one guard with them, and
Exactly,
Tupac
exactly.
should have walked up and walked all 3 of them still, because they
Hmm.
wouldn't have been expecting no girl like that walking up
Exactly.
there, and she just up strapped, bop, 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 bop.
Like Marvin
Although
starting the episode like that is silly to me. You did that already with Dre. You already started the episode with like, thinking about leaving and are we going to leave? Like we you've done this already. You don't wake up knowing you're going to die.
that's true.
That is not a thing. Unless you come up with a way to tell me on the next episode that Marvin went there to die so that his daughter can get the money. If you want to come flip that, cool. But other than that, on a regular
That don't even
life,
make sense because that was
yeah,
a
yeah,
great
yeah.
piece of
Because
cash.
you
It
will
wasn't
still,
like he
yeah, you
needed
will
life
still
support.
know, yeah, you will still
Yeah.
have some kind of inkling or something.
But yeah, man, shout out to Lenny. It is lazy writing. I will say when you are in that life and you feeling gangster and living gangster and you walk around with a gun, you don't always feel like you need security and stuff. And I will give a shout out to Pops because he did pull some slick stuff right there when he
Yeah, I like that part.
I did like that. He like,
Yeah.
come on, man. And that's the thing, being from Chicago, whenever somebody dropped that shoulder, oh hell no,
Yep.
you ain't about to
Yeah.
swing on me or up strap on me. They'd be like, come on, man. Bah, no. No, but
Like I
he
think
leave
both of them acted like they normally do. So I like that. They're like I guess they just I don't know, they're married in real life. I guess they just I don't know how they pull this off so good.
they married in real life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
But
well, that showed the chemistry right there.
yeah, I thought it was good how they even though, you're about to die, they didn't become punks or nothing. Like he was still trying to do his same like hold on, I got to get to this. Oh shit. Okay. I
Uh,
like that part.
yeah. And you know, that's how he would have went out. And Teflon Twan say the park is a safe spot. I wouldn't say a safe spot. I would have
Hell
said
no.
a public neutral spot. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
they
like
always
the
run
rest, like the diner was in the first one.
exactly.
Yeah,
So because although people still do stuff in
yeah. You
public,
can't come back from the dead just because you thought, oh, I thought it was a safe spot. If you dead, you
mm,
dead. You
yeah,
broke the rules.
no fair.
Yeah, like the fuck.
They were under that tunnel, and that is where most stuff happened in them tunnels because it's dark and people can do something and ain't nobody easily can see you. Get away, run away, which is exactly what happened. But you
the
know,
the whole famous vengeance.
that's whack.
I don't like it because all she did was shit on the guy,
I know, right? Now you
and then
over here
all of
taking
a
out people
sudden,
for him.
yeah, like you couldn't create any other way of finding a way for her to be mad at him. But I just don't. I don't like it.
Have you ever had friends that passed in that time period when you were a teenager? I mean, I didn't have a close friend like my best friend, thankfully.
Nobody close, no, but
Mm,
I guess adjacent, but not
mm.
close, no. But I guess
I
I wasn't really close to anybody either, but on purpose.
You a loner. No, but
I'm from Puerto
I
Rico,
do
man.
remember.
Not a lot of people that close.
I hear that. You should be more close because y'all on the island. Y'all stuck with just each other. But
Yeah, but
yeah,
you're always watching out for shit.
I do know people that had gotten taken out the game of life during that
Mhm,
time period, and their close friends did want revenge.
mhm.
So at that age, I could see maybe if it was your best friend, but they were all in the game together. Like Jukebox, although she do gangster stuff, she a civilian in a
Yep, she's
sense.
not on it, yeah.
Yeah, and that wasn't her best
And
friend.
neither was he.
Right.
He was doing music.
And see, like I knew some of those people that passed, but like we was cool, but they weren't my best friend. I wouldn't say we was cool like Jukebox and Famous, but maybe a kind of close to that. And I never thought about getting no revenge or nothing like that. Maybe I'm
Yeah.
not a good friend.
That I think so in a way
They were close.
um we're kind of screwed in a way because we want we wanted somebody to bridge the gap between who they become later on and who they are on the show. So we're always kind of looking for like, I mean, but I thought she was like, I thought she was crazy. So then when they do the thing, we're like, wait, that shit don't even make sense.
Mhm.
Which is kind of a tricky spot to be in. That's why I usually don't like prequels, especially because they're gonna make it, and you have to find a way for her to not do enough to get killed, but to have some type of tension with Kanan.
Mhm. Hey, Damien, you were saying something?
Yeah, I think Fame was like family to them. Everybody wanted to get a piece or vengeance for him. Marvin wanted to do it. Yeah, Marvin wanted to do it. Jukebox ended up doing it, but he was close to all of them. When Rock uh, intended to teach Kanan a lesson, she went and hid that gun in he and Famous apartment in front of Famous. He didn't threaten him. He didn't do anything to him. He sitting up there looking, talking about, man, it's a rock. You know what I'm saying? So he was like family to them. That's
Yeah,
why that's why Jukebox was so hurt, and she wanted to know what was going on because that led to friction between them. That was just like a family member dying or something happening, and that made friction between Kane and Rock. That
good
and
point.
Howard,
It's a lot of work to go and get some revenge like that, but you made a good point, on why she should probably feel that way. Maybe me and Christian was, you know, not thinking about it deep enough, but I guess he did grow up with them like a brother, and Kanan is kind of cold right now. You know what I'm saying? He in this gangster mode. So, and then here's the part of the problem: we don't know how much time has passed since he gone. To me, it feel like it's been a minute. Not to say that if it's been a minute, oh well, it's over. But time does ease things. Like if it just happened, I can see that fire for revenge. But it's a year, 2 years later,
yeah, I
it
think it
may
was a
not.
year. I think it was a year.
Yeah, so
And jukebox don't do nothing else but this.
But
that's true. She don't do nothing.
and then and then you got to look at the mother. You know what I'm saying? I think she came to visit to drop off some of Kanan's clothes, and Rock told her, "Come on in."
With the tissue ready to go. I
I
hate that
miss
shit.
my Famo. He really love you. I know he tell you so much about me. He
So
tell you
they were
bad.
real close. They were real close.
I know he tell you bad thing about it. I know you tell about it. No,
Didn't make no rice and beans or nothing.
it's not all some pollo. No más y muy malo, no, mi señor,
He ain't
Dios
had no he ain't
mío,
had no
Dios
coffee going.
mío.
Man, it's a shame. Didn't nobody get to smack them cheeks before they passed?
Who cheats?
Wait, what? The mom?
No, didn't nobody get to smack them cheeks before they passed? Lulu didn't get back with Jessica before he passed.
No,
Marvin didn't get with Flossie.
Flossie, he would have, what cheek? The big ass pancake.
He said, what cheek?
Marvin, no Marvin
Smack
color,
that flat ass.
Get the oral.
but nah,
I
I'm just
know. She flipped them legs and bend them up like a pretzel. Ain't no meat holding it back.
I'm Marvin color struck, but he's not. He was feeling his little therapist, and she's a sister.
That's crazy. The way people watch these shows be like, man, you ain't get to clap no cheeks. What the fuck?
I
Ronnie
The
didn't get
dude
Ronnie.
died.
know. Damn, it's
Man,
funny what people think of, you know what I mean, that you don't. You
Ronnie,
all make me laugh all the time. Go
Ronnie
ahead, my bad.
not getting none. Ronnie didn't get any before he passed on the shot. He done walked the woman home.
Hey, man.
That
Ty
was his
Davis.
woman
Don't
now.
get me thinking about some Ty Davis old thick ass boy.
That
Woo-wee.
that was his woman. Now Ronnie did smash when he went back to comfort her about Jason, but he didn't smash the night before he got shot.
Mm.
If anything, you got to do these cats some justice, man. Ronnie need his own son.
He need his own son.
Yeah, Ronnie
That's funny.
Ronnie
No,
had
what I
Jason.
was gonna say is he need his own show, but not necessarily a Ronnie show. But I'd like to see him again.
Yeah, Ronnie had Jason. He had He had Jason's daughter, but Ronnie needed his own child too. That would have been.
Keisha, what Keisha?
That would have been.
My own kid too. Let me clap them cheeks.
Yeah, and then they let old boy, new boy, fresh out the womb, Keith. Keith got the smash. What Keith do? Nothing.
Dude is tearing Ty Davis ass up, boy. I might have
Yeah,
to go back a couple of them episodes.
yeah, but he moved on quick and got with Bianca.
Like a fool.
Bianca took off. So when the dude got killed, she took off.
Shout out to Miss 2D. She said, stop talking about Sasha's wife like that. Who's Sasha's wife?
Yeah, Sasha Penn
the
is
writer?
yeah, he's
Flossie.
married. The showrunner is married to Flossie, yeah.
Oh,
And you think she's gonna be bent over in a scene? Like,
I didn't know
I
that.
ain't know that. I did not know that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I guess I won't be back on the show.
But they could have made Flossie a curvy Latino chick.
Ah,
I'm gonna tell you who she
damn.
could have been. I'm gonna tell you who she could have been. Is a corn actress named Cara Mia. She could have been something. Kiara Mia. She could have been Flossie.
Why you say that?
She looks like she could play the part.
Ah,
Her name is Kiara Mia. I don't know
truth
how.
be told, Flossie actually look like the Heidi Fleiss type thing. They don't be looking like much.
I like her role though.
Yeah, the role of
She's
a
pretty
madam,
good.
they don't necessarily be the baddest looker.
She would
They be the smartest out of them.
she fit right in there and let her be flame with Marvin.
Marvin would have broke her in half. Well, actually, I forgot. Marvin had a little one like that in the very beginning, didn't he? She was that size. Wasn't the white girl he was with when we first started? She was doing coke, wasn't she?
Yeah, Tony
like
D.
that?
Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony wasn't all flat. She was decent. And
I can barely
the
remember.
little girl named Paloma, the one that ran off from Kanan, Paloma, she just had a pretty face. Yeah, she just had a pretty face.
Yeah.
That was just creepy though. Kanan was a whole kid.
I know, right?
Yeah.
She had him staying the night and shit. The fuck?
But you know, this society is so double standard. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got teachers running around with their male students, and they like, well, shoot, men looking at it like you got to get share pop sometime, and women looking at it like, well, that's perverted. That woman running after that boy.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Ambi. She said drywall Jessica. They look moist to me. What you mean drywall? I didn't get it wet.
Talking about famous sister Jessica.
No, I'm talking about the walls being dry. I know who she talking about. It was dry because she wouldn't let nobody in.
Yeah.
But they look like they were pretty moist to me.
She was loyal too. On the show, she was loyal. Yeah.
She actually was. I kept waiting for her to do something.
They wrote
set him up or sell him out.
Jessica was cheating. What are you talking about?
She was.
Yeah, she cheated on the Diddy son.
One time.
Yeah, she was with
I mean, we're gonna call that loyalty.
No, you're right. Look at Damien over here lead me down the wrong path. I'm trusting your memory. Talking about loyal.
Come back to comfort, brother. Then she come back to comfort the dude.
These hoes ain't loyal. Nah.
Then she come back to comfort Lou.
Did she comfort him with some cookie?
She could have. You know, she did it before. They just didn't put it in the strip.
Then it didn't
What's
happen.
the dude name? I forget. Over.
Nah, but yeah, man. Yeah, shit. To Jessica, see, that's the thing. Did we see her at a funeral or given any heartfelt
Yeah, she was
cries?
at the funeral, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
she was in the funeral.
yeah,
Okay,
she was there.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing her there, but I can imagine she would be there.
I was about to
She
say.
dang wasn't at Quincy's funeral. Not when Lulu got through with him, she wasn't at his funeral.
Hell no. They
It's
took out
crazy how
what?
people act when people get killed. Like they forget what they did before. Oh
Yeah.
Now,
my God, Uncle Marvin. Like he was a
people
piece of shit.
people view you the way
He's
they
a little devil,
view
but
people
even the
view
devil
the
can
way
be
they want.
nice to his own. What'd you say, Damien?
People view you the way they want to view you. When you pass, some people say, "Man, that dude need to shut off his back." Another person will say, "Man, I
He
can't
took the
stand
shirt
it."
off my back.
He said he took off my back.
Oh no, no, I'm
Mm,
not talking about in real life. I'm talking about in a show. Like when
That's
you
well, that's
see
what he's
that
talking about.
they when they start writing somebody to get like, get your little hugs in and start saying your little speeches, I'm like, oh shit.
Here we go. He out
Okay.
of here.
Yeah.
mm.
It does ruin the
That's
surprise
what I
factor.
mean by that episode. There was way too much saying I'm gonna die. I'm like, come on, like don't just
Boy,
do it at this point.
Yeah,
He's
they
just
even
waiting
had
there
him
with
get
his guard down and shit.
I know they even had him put his will together with the briefcase with the money and everything. Like,
Yeah,
he
like dude, this
but I will say to their credit, he saw the writing on the wall when his boys went 3 cars deep to wreck shop, and they normally do, and they got their ass whooping. He had to get the hell out of there. He like, you know what? We too old for this, Rock. We too old. So I will say to their credit, he probably felt like his writing was on the wall. He saw they got all these battles that they got to fight. They too old for this. They don't wreck shop like they used to. He's still wearing slacks every day. He like, you know what? These Cosby sweaters and slacks is old, man. I can't do it like I used to,
he
baby.
don't even look that he don't look like the other people.
Hell no. He looking like an uncle now.
Yeah.
So
All
gold
these chains he
chains,
got.
sweater. Yeah, them damn chains. And he wear the damn chain with like an anchor and shit on there. Like, yo, ass
Yeah.
ain't no sailor. You ain't in
He
the
was in the
Navy.
Navy, yeah.
I know, right? It's it. What if he was? They ain't never mentioned it.
Like FIGHTLAND, they don't tell you how he got broke.
Nothing about this court case or the heavyweight champ getting his brother killed. His brother, like that would be a major court
Yeah.
case.
And huge news and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, if you had Terrence Crawford get jumped and his hand smashed and his brother killed, and he caught one of the guys and beat the hell out of him with one hand, they can't put Terrence Crawford in jail for 8 years.
I was thinking too, show me that the hand just doesn't work at this point. If you can't just go fight again.
I know. He already showed it worked because he left handed and he wrote something down with a pen in there.
And he be doing all kinds of shootings and shit.
Exactly. He wrote down that address which the other guy came. So,
I gotta see who wrote this shit. I
mhm.
gotta look it up.
And I'll tell you, because after being injured, 3 years I had to have another surgery because it was fluid on my spinal cord and it was messing up my right hand, and I'm right-handed to the point where, and it took about 6 months before I had the surgery. But like, say if this remote control, hold on. I didn't mean to unmute it. But say like this remote control, how I'm holding it now, like this finger is still not completely, strong. Like I couldn't pull the trigger on a gun with this hand. I had to learn to shoot left-handed. But um but normal uses is fine. But like before I had it, my hand was so bad that like I had to do like this to push a button on the
Oh shit.
I
Okay.
couldn't even do this. Like that's how bad it was. But it's recovered
Yeah.
to a point, you know what I'm saying, to normal usage. And if you had it in a boxing glove, that's not You know what I'm saying? Doing technical stuff. Like if I
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
pick
yeah.
up something with weight or do something, then but
You
you
gotta be
know
able to control your thumb. That's really the one.
exactly.
Yeah, you gotta be able to
So,
tuck it, whatever you
right.
want to call it.
My point of that is to say, shit, he could still throw it and punch somebody. You know what I'm saying? It ain't
Yeah,
like if his wrist was messed up, that would have been worse.
yeah. You ain't gonna be able to take too many. You can't even hit a bag for real. You can hit
No,
pads and that's it.
yeah. And that's even after they tape it. It still would be
Yeah,
too
yeah.
painful and hurt. That's what they should have did. They should have whacked his wrist with that hammer. Oh,
Or cut his hand off completely, and then you're like, okay, now I get
exactly.
it.
Exactly. Exactly. That would have made more sense.
They did that shit on Gangs of London. I was like, okay, come on, this is too much.
Had the blood squirting out Tarantino
Yeah, I
style.
was like, we gotta relax. Just find another way to be tough. This is too much.
Mhm. Now, I do think that if you did get your hand cut off, maybe it would be some squirts and this, not the Tarantino
Yeah, but he
fountain
does it
stuff.
on
Like,
purpose, yo. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
He
he
likes
does
that
for
shit. Yeah.
dramatic effect. Yeah, but you would get some squirts, but eventually it'll just start running down. You know what I mean? But anyway,
I guess I haven't cut my wrist off yet.
you haven't, man. Let me
Nah.
tell you, you gotta try it. Don't knock it till you try it.
You gotta
Okay?
do it once at least.
Like a tables on that buzz. Man,
What
but
else
yeah,
happened in
you
the
know,
damn episode besides this dude dying and the two deaths? That's what sucks too. Once you got two crazy deaths, three crazy deaths, it's like you forget the rest of the episode,
for real.
especially at the end like that.
I'm gonna go around and ask y'all, what do you think your is gonna happen for this final episode of Raising Kanan before we get up out of here? I'm gonna start with Steve. You've been quiet and patient, Steve. Steve, what you think is gonna happen for the series finale for Raising Kanan? We know Rock by herself. You know everything that's happening. You saw Marvin get shot. I know you still hurt on that one. What you think gonna happen for the finale of Raising Kanan? What's your prediction, or what you want to
I
see?
see when Jukebox find out that her dad dead. Oh, she finna turn up because you know she gonna be looking for some answers because
Mm,
you seen that letter with what Marvin left in that suitcase, and I know she when she open up and read it, and you know she gonna be in her feelings
mm, okay.
because and I see Stefano talking about he don't want to live that long. I mean,
Yeah,
I can't
I
believe
just
these
want to be the
writers.
last one living.
Yeah, I can't believe these writers though let his character go all the way at the end of the episode. He shouldn't have went this way. He should have been taken out. And
Okay.
Sasha
You
Penn
think?
loved him some Stefano.
I know, right? You think he gonna live this episode, or you think he gonna get taken out?
I see the only way I see the Jersey boys coming to get check out Stefano.
The Jersey Boys. Okay. And is that it? What about Rock? What you think gonna happen with Rock? She
I
gonna
see
live?
Rocket
Die?
either she gets taken out, whether you if Jukebox take her out, because and Kane need to feel the pain. That's like you took her daddy out in the church. Jukebox gonna end up taking your by my in the church. If the writers don't write that in the story, I see Rock
Take
going
your
to
mama
jail.
out of church. Well, that's a little twist. I didn't think about it like that. I don't agree with that though, because the reason why is that if Jukebox knows Kanan killed Marvin, how were they friends in the last? That just messes up OG power and their relationship to me, But who knows? They probably didn't even watch the show. Didn't even know they was friends or cool. They just making this up and did whatever. Who knows? But that's a good take though. I just by us knowing how they were, if she did that, he probably wouldn't care that she took out Rock, but she would probably care he took out Marvin. But that's a good take though, Steve. Good thoughts. Damien, what's your thoughts on the finale, the series finale for Raising Kanan? Who gonna live? Who gonna die? What's gonna happen? What's your thoughts?
The only person that's really a mystery about who's gonna die is the Italians and Rock. We know that Kanan and Jukebox gonna live. You just don't know the circumstances of it. Shoot, could be Juke started leaning on that other cop that she was having be an informant.
Mm-hmm.
I think Juke gon' honor what she said in the previous episode. She's gonna look out for that little girl while she's growing up, and some kind of way decide that she's gonna be a cop, probably because she wants to have her foot in both sides of the game. That's probably why she's gonna become a cop. But I can't really think, because they did refer to Kanan in Power as going to see his mom. So it seems like she may live. I mean,
He really believed that line, huh? He could have been lying too.
I don't know. But who else would he call his mother? Why would he have to lie to them anyway?
Well, the whole thing he was doing was a lie to them. Remember, he was acting like he was cool with them just to get close to set them up. So his whole relationship was a lie. So
Exactly.
So one more lie ain't really much to go for. Now, here's the question. Could he lie and say he going to his mother if she was dead? No, he couldn't, because they would know she was dead, wouldn't they? Ghost would know. So maybe he said he going to see her and she's locked up, but he didn't go see her.
Mm.
Because he could have said, I'm going to see my mom and she dead, and they just figured he going to the cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know still with that. But again, you got to look at it from the reality part of it. The writers, when they wrote that line, had no idea that the show would become
Nothing.
what
Yeah.
it is.
Absolutely no plan.
Exactly.
And
So,
then also on a spin-off that goes after this one, that
right.
goes what, 8 years in the future,
Exactly.
and then having to account for that is oh, my bad, still his time.
No, you
uh,
good. They would
I'm
have to work backwards, and they could,
yeah.
but I don't think they be on that line as much as some other stuff.
It
Like
could
maybe,
be.
go
It
ahead.
could be maybe she goes back and finds Symphony. Maybe she does retire
Ah,
from the game and goes back to him.
that would be a good ending for her, actually. She was smart if he would take her back, because he might not want to be involved with that. But if she pulled the unique and left the city or got out the game and got with Symphony and rode him into the sunset,
The guy that she was about to kill before she left.
I know. Truth be told, she wanted to kill every damn body.
Yep.
Little
She
Black
did.
Widow.
She did. The only one she didn't kill was him and Kanan.
And she working on Kanan.
Yeah, she was about to kill Symphony. She
It was
just
really
left.
a domino effect, because Kanan was gonna kill her because he was upset about his father. I mean, G Wiz, D Wiz, he was upset about D Wiz, but his father, he saw that, and he knew that she tried to get him to kill his father, and he was upset about losing his father that way. That's why he wanted to shoot her. What he said was, "So you can't take anybody else from me," when he was aiming the gun at her.
Mm. Shout out to Lenny. He say felons can't get in on visitor list, meaning that Kanan couldn't have visited Rock if she was in prison. So me saying maybe he went to visit her when she was locked up, according to what Lenny is saying, I'm not doubting him, but he's saying you wouldn't be able to because you're a felon. It makes sense because they could be conspiring. Conspiracy. You got your crew members or other felons coming in there to visit you, and you telling them this or that or da. You could be continuing to run your criminal, enterprise, so to speak. So it makes sense why they don't allow people with felonies to visit. Um, it may be different state to state. I don't know. Lenny also said Rock is going to cop a plea and head into Witsec, and Stefano's going to die. What y'all think about that?
Could be. Could be.
Yeah, I agree. It's possible. Um, let's see.
I'm waiting on my turn, man.
That's why I'm trying to get to these comments, because when I get to you, it's over. So,
No, no.
Miguel Disler, you say they show her talking to Kanan in the preview. I didn't see that preview yet. Did you all see it?
I did.
Okay, what happened in the preview?
She was. I think they were probably outside the funeral. She was crying, talking to him, and talking to Kanan, and Kanan was like, "We can't fix all that wrong shit between us."
And of course, they don't know he did it
Mm.
because nobody was there, right? Nobody. They don't know he
No,
killed Marvin, right? Okay,
no, nobody was there.
all right. Let's see. Get to the last of these comments. Ambi, yeah, that's a good point. They said that raising Kanan wasn't even really thought of at that point in OG Power. I'm sure if they knew the spinoff was coming for sure, they would have made it make sense. Exactly. We all get it. We know it. They said and did stuff, and I give them credit. They try to incorporate a lot as much as they can in there, but like I can see how they kind of making Breeze play chess or more of a thinker and quiet based off of the few things they did say about him in OG Power. So I get it. We ain't seen him watching Jeopardy yet, but he
We did,
ain't
we did,
dead.
we did, we did, we did.
Oh, we did? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sure did. We sure did. Yeah. So, they do a good job of going back and incorporating stuff, but nobody's perfect. And so maybe some things slip, or maybe they change their mind. I don't know. We'll see. Um, let's see
There's
these.
also decades in between what we don't like, even whatever ends up happening right on Thursday.
Mhm.
That's still 93 unless they do any kind of jump, which wouldn't really make sense. But you still have decades before like 2014. So it's like there could have been 947 conversations they had and some other fallout or some other reason, to reconcile, whatever, to become friends again or whatever.
Mhm.
Um, but so only thing I'm thinking, because I don't want to take too much time.
Nah,
The
go ahead, man. You might as well go ahead and finish and say what you predict for the episode too.
oh, so the only thing that I can think of is that Kanan never, I mean, Jukebox like never knows, never finds out, and she leaves, but we just have Kanan do what I've said the whole show, which is to shoot her twice in the chest and one in the head. I
Rock.
don't think, yeah, I don't think that we need any kind of lingering nothing because the next show is not his show. The next show is, what does Ghost and Tommy have to do with Kanan having beef with his mom or becoming
Right.
friends or whatever? You know what I mean? So I
Right.
think
Drag that
you
into it.
should, and it's still the same guy, it's still Sasha Penn,
Right.
but I think you should leave this. You should actually close this out, and then you can go to the other thing. Because Ghost is 12 years old right now. He has nothing to do with this, which
No.
is goes to what you were trying to say to Damien earlier, which is this guy learned from a super master manipulator, which is why he became how he became.
Now
He
we
could
gonna
kill all
see
the,
him teach Ghost and Tommy.
yeah. So he molds them. He whatever word you want to think of, grooming, whatever you want to, whatever word you want to use for what it does with Ghost and Tommy. But even to when we see Tommy in the future in Power, he's still manipulating him, and he's still manipulating Ghost. Even somebody you thought that you should kill but you didn't want to, you're still being manipulated by this guy. You still got him to kill Rolla and all this shit. So yes, he lies. He could have said he went to see anybody, and he is so cold already in the show we're watching right now at the age of 17. What makes you think he can't be able to lie when he's what is he, 30s? I think he's 37 or something in
He used to be in 30s and at least.
yeah, he should be 37, I think, on Power. Like, with 20 more years of working online, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is what I've always thought. Once you said it about Howard, twice in the chest, one in the head, I've always thought you have to close it out like that.
Mm,
So I've
that's
always
a good
waited for
point.
that.
Right. You taught somebody to do something that end up literally backfiring on your ass.
Yeah. But the fact that you had, and she also taught him how to shoot, which is what happened with Tiffany and Nook. So when you
Damn, I
have,
ain't think about it like that. Look at
yeah,
you, boy. You talking about Mister Don't be into conspiracies. You be unraveling they little conspiracies on the
I'm
show.
not. That's just paying attention to shows.
I know, right?
Yeah. But that's just how I
I
think of
used
it.
to be a little more focused on it, but I can only watch it a couple times now and stuff for
Yeah.
time reasons.
But the
But yeah,
problem is
man, that's great points though. Great points.
yeah, sadly people that watch these shows react to spectacle. So then we end up getting a little, I don't want to say too much of that, but
Right.
when you get like a story, a lot of conversation and people talking about how boring it was,
Because they can't handle that. Yeah. I've
yeah, it
noticed
kind of
that with
sucks
them shows.
for which is why I always tell you my favorite show, Succession.
I like
They
Succession.
Yeah, they mostly are doing humongous, huge deals, things that are basically threats, but it's not necessarily I'm going to kill you tomorrow. I'm
Right.
going to kill you in what we're in.
Right.
The
Business ways
difference, yeah,
things.
the
Yeah.
difference with these type of shows with like
Huge
Power and stuff,
dialogue and
yeah.
Succession. Yeah.
The problem with Power is that the audience is like, I would have just killed him. Like, it's like, really? That
I can't.
that's how you
Yeah.
move, really?
So, yeah. And
So it
with
kind of
me,
takes away.
yeah, with me, a show like Power don't work if it doesn't have good dialogue because it have to make sense. That's why I kind of don't like Fightland because they left out all the stuff that would make me draw into the character.
Yeah. And
You
they basically skipped what should have been the first season. It's like they skipped it.
exactly
Yeah.
to get to
But
the spectacle because that's
yeah,
what's all on the clips and what sells the glitz and the glamour. But
the
overall, it
same thing
don't
that
make
happened, my bad.
no.
The same thing that happened here is what I was trying to tell you about Nemesis, which is Courtney Kemp on Netflix. It looks glamorous, like you're saying. Like, they just stepped out of makeup because
Mm,
nobody's sweating and shit. I don't want to see people not sweating in the gym. It's weird.
oh yeah.
But then you have all the look down, the hair, makeup, all of that, right? You can get praise for that all you want to. But what about the story part? It almost takes like not even a back seat. It takes like a super. It's forgotten about almost.
hmm And that's why I ain't never seen that show because ain't nobody talking about it, and I had forgot all about it. The story is really everything, and
Yeah,
then all the other stuff comes secondly. Because it's low budget movies and shows that have been good and people have watched because the story brought them in. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And that's what it's all about. And if you don't have
Nemesis is a
the
cat and
story,
mouse.
mm,
Nemesis is a cat. It's just is a cop and a criminal. It's cat and mouse story. But of course, it becomes personal and vengeance and all that. Just like what we're about to watch right now. Well, if we keep watching it, but Fightland.
somebody's cheating on somebody or sleeping with somebody in it.
Yeah, yeah. But like Racing Kanan, biggest story is not even the manipulation; it's the baby daddy stuff, which like I'm so done with that shit. So I hope the next one, and I did like Howard.
What you
I
mean the
like Omar
baby
Epps
daddy stuff?
because most of the show, most of Racing Kanan was about hiding who the real parent was, hiding who the real dad was.
I wouldn't say that's what it was really about, but it was a like a third storyline maybe because it undermines everything they doing. If people find out she was with a cop or his daddy a cop, it can
Yeah, but that's what I
mess
mean
up.
though. So that means that that's the baby daddy thing.
But it wasn't the. I'd
That
say it
he's the
was
actual
probably
dad.
the. No, I'm talking about as far as storyline
Yeah.
importance. I'd say it's probably was maybe third, sometimes second, maybe elevated to, but I wouldn't, in my opinion, say first. But I can see why you say that because it's not a real clear cut path for this for Kanan a storyline. He's gone
Yeah.
through different things as he's grown up, I
No,
guess.
no, no, no. Yeah. Okay. So I'll try to say it quick. I get what you're saying, but
Yeah.
three things come out of that, right? So the respect that he gets uh is not earned if the reason people respect him is based on who his daddy was, right? So that's one. Two, the part that I think they should have leaned on more is that this lady, she used to talk to police. She used to be basically an informant.
Oh, Rock. Yeah, yeah.
And then three, this is the connection to Breeze and Snaps and Pop.
Hmm.
All of this came about from him being a police officer. Yeah, yes, but that's what I mean by the baby daddy stuff. I don't
Okay.
mean like that you cannot make
Underneath
it
it,
make
it's got
sense.
everything is
Yeah,
still there. Yeah.
because you're giving me the offer. You did give us the offer once before, with the old lawyer, with the bald headed dude, where you were like, hey, you can inform or whatever, or
Then
you
they
can
kill.
cooperate. But then now you're trying to close the show with, is she going to talk to the police? Jukebox gonna kill her, or Kanan or Breeze, whatever, right? So now we're all of a sudden we're bringing back that she might talk to police.
So what's your final prediction? You think she gonna talk to the cops and go to witness protection? Is she gonna get whacked? What's your final prediction for this final episode?
I think she can think she's about to go like Tasha did with having cooperated or whatever, and then Kanan still gets to her. Like Tommy got to what was the corny death? Spanky? I
Yeah.
hated that. They made it campy and goofy. I don't like that.
Yeah. And also, now that you brought it up, because I don't know why I didn't remember or think about this, rather, I ain't gonna say I didn't remember. They kind of already did the damn witness protection with Tasha. They do the
That's what I'm
same
saying. That's
thing.
what I'm saying. I don't
Yeah,
like that.
I don't either. And I'm glad I've been so busy that I ain't really thought about it like that, like I normally would or doing some of this stuff, but they do reuse a lot of storylines. So
Like the
uh,
show, like obviously the show, it's 8 episodes. Um, uh, just say for this season, right? So you do all the little things that says or suggests, like shooting that scene with Marvin through the stairs, so it looks like he's in jail. It looks like the bars or whatever. So you
mm,
start thinking about, oh, he might go to jail, and then they shoot that scene with what is it, Amber,
yeah.
in the table, which is why
How
the
about the
fuck are we
white
hanging
girl?
out with a why are we hanging out with a child and a grown man?
All right.
Wh- Who controls
How
that?
did she even get to meet him and do that?
That's what I'm saying, which is that's retarded. So you have that, and then you shoot it like you normally shoot when somebody is cooperating with the police, where you bring the camera down like to the bag or whatever, like if you're being recorded, which is that's like a normal tactic used in shows where somebody's cooperating. So all of that, all good. But if you only do it as a misdirection, and then you just wanted to kill Marvin, right? Then why the fuck did we just waste all that time?
Mm,
That could have been in something else.
No, the storyline part.
Yeah, I think
Right.
misdirection in a show where you don't have a lot of wasted time seems like a lot of wasted time, if that makes sense. I don't
Mhm.
need you to kill people in the middle of that time you wasted, but you do a misdirection for Marvin for what? Do it with, do it with Kanan or what's her name? Raquel.
Yeah, maybe they was trying to make sure we feel bad for Marvin when it come. I don't know. They did kind of, patch up him and Jukebox relationship and make him do the good deed for the white girl.
Yeah, the hug was in the damn thumbnail. So when the thumbnail comes on, when the episode comes on, I was like, okay, so he's dead. Cool. What else is gonna happen? I
Your
had
ass
zero
crazy,
doubt.
man. You like,
No, but okay, this is not just this kind of show or just Power. I don't
I
like,
know,
yeah, I don't
I
like when
know.
they do the whole, hey, like, if me and you were like friends or something, and we start the episode like, oh man, life, it brought us here. Who knows where we're gonna be tomorrow if we're here? Like really, like you can't think of any other kind of way of writing it. Why was this dude laying in bed like that?
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
just weird to me. I'm not saying I can write better. Like I get that a lot of people's complaint is the reduced tension because they know that those people are gonna make it, right?
Mhm.
Jukebox and Kanan. I don't think that you're completely out of story because then if you think that, then just don't make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Well, good point. Well, we'll
Something,
see how it turn out. Go ahead, Damien. My fault.
something else that was said by another content creator is Tommy, young Tommy, is supposed to have an appearance in this final episode.
Mm.
Like he's
At
supposed,
12 years old,
yeah,
That's
he's
probably
supposed
a
to
way
be
for them
a
to
kid.
tie it in from show to
yeah,
show.
like they did
That's
with Force.
uh-huh.
That
And they did it with book 2.
they're saying that Tommy's supposed to be some kid that's on around the neighborhood when something happens.
Mm. I'm
And
like,
it's
man, you better not snitch, you little white boy.
When
No, I'm
Raquel
not
gets
gonna
shot,
snitch. Matter of fact, can I have a job?
he hits the corner. And
I
then
know, right?
in the last episode,
I ain't
yeah, it's
gonna
a
yeah,
little
snitch.
chubby. It's a
I'll
little
beat
chubby kid, I
that ass.
think. The one they cast, little chubby Tommy.
Shit, Tommy.
but they did make Marvin look like the best parent out of all of them. They make the men look like good parents, and the women don't look like nothing. Like
That's a good point. Because
Ghost was,
Ghost was the better parent of the two.
yeah, Ghost was a better parent than Tyson. Marvin was a better parent than Rock.
Tommy
Way better, way better.
Tommy ain't had no kid. He just kept practicing. He
Dang,
took
shoot,
his kid out.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he
he
just
did.
he didn't give him
But
a
he got
chance.
one on the way. Now he got one
Yeah.
on the way.
The
Maria.
Mexican boy.
Maria. We gonna have a little muchacho.
He gonna learn Spanish.
I
That
know, right? He gonna have a little action Bronson in this moment.
shoot, Ghost was trying to make Tariq be accountable for his crimes, trying to
Mm.
tell him you just do the same and you'll get out of jail. You'll have everything you need. You'll get out of jail. And look what happened. Tasha saying we should do this, we should do that. In the end, before Ghost was shot, she was like she couldn't do it. She was like she had to run up there and try to stop Tariq, but he had already pulled the trigger. She screamed stop and he pulled the trigger.
They should have had her do it. Because if you're gonna have Tariq be the star of the next show, you can't have him kill the star of the other show and think everybody gonna tune in supporting him. Like I
The
couldn't.
problem is we did though. That's the problem.
I never liked him.
Oh, I never liked it, but I think we
Me
tuned
neither.
in.
I tuned in because of y'all.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I ain't never liked them either. I can't stand. I
I
can't
hated
stand them.
myself for tuning in.
What is this?
Well, y'all, man, it's been good. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Everybody in the chat and everybody watching on the replay and live. And of course, you know, Marvin Spirit, it's a blessing to have you with us. Damian Kenny, Steve, as always. Marvin Spirit, you still there with us?
Yeah, my pictures from heaven. You see the flowers and
See,
stuff.
looks beautiful.
I thought we had 2 more hours. Shit.
You trying to do that on the Monday? Are you?
No, we're gonna have Raquel do what
Run some
Ghost
more
was doing with
commercials.
Tariq, talking about I'll take the fall.
I know, right?
I give you one last chance.
Nah, I'm hungry. All right, y'all. Peace. Be
Peace.
safe out there.
See you, man.
You too.
All right, I'm out.